What is going on, ladies? This is Marcia here with another episode of Women Behind the Weights. And today I have a very special guest, Jen from LSF Geneva, who's joining us today. Jen, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks for asking.
Welcome to the Women Behind the Weights podcast, where we empower and inspire women to lift both weights and their voices. Each week, we explore the incredible journeys of women who are breaking barriers in the fitness world and making their mark. Join us for insightful discussions, inspiring stories, and practical tips that you can apply in your own life. Whether you're a seasoned athlete or just starting your fitness journey, there's something here for everyone. Tune in to discover the stories that will ignite your passion, uplift your spirit, and remind you that you are LadyStrong. Let's lift each other up, one conversation at a time.
I have an understanding of who you are, but for those who are tuning in today, please share your story.
So, I have struggled with my weight and fitness pretty much my entire life. I have done so many different programs, so many different, gyms I've been a part of. And I feel like I have this like little roller coaster that goes on with my weight loss. Like I lose weight and then I gain it back. And then I lose weight and then I gain it back. And so I was really trying to, because I'm getting older, I'm 41 now. Like I really need to focus on my health and I want to be healthier for my children and I just want to be healthier in general. And so I really feel like at this point I just wanted to commit to
Sure.
something
Sure.
and really commit to it for the long haul. And I feel like Lady Strong Fitness has been able to give that to me at this point.
I love that. What made this time different where you're like, I have to do this for me? We'll talk about your results here shortly, but I just want to grasp the understanding of your mentality. So, people that are tuning in today that might struggle with the same types of issues, do you have any piece of advice of how you were able to commit to finally like just go all in?
Yeah. So I joined when the Geneva location opened, so last July. And of course, like when you first start something out, you're very excited about it. And I did very well at the beginning. And then I'm a teacher. And so when the school year started, it fizzled out. And I really was not doing well coming to the gym between like August through no like through December. I don't even know if I even stepped in there in like November. So over winter break, I'm like, Jen, this is ridiculous. Like, you need to just commit and actually start going because when I do go to the gym, I feel so much better. Like, I struggle with my mental health. And so going to the gym is something that like helps me so
Mhm.
much with that. And so when January hit, I was like, it's 2026. I am actually going to go to the gym. And my goal was to go at least twice a week. So my overall plan for the year was to go to the gym 100 times. I felt like that was a goal. So if I did twice a week, that would get me past 100 times. And so when I came in January, you guys had started the Stronger Challenge.
Yep.
And so I signed up for that and I was like, oh crap, I'm going to have to go more than twice a week. And so if I want to get that sticker, because I want the
Yeah.
sticker. And so I had shifted my mindset of like, okay, instead of going twice a week, I need to go 3 times a week so I can get that sticker. And so the sticker actually really motivated me because I don't know, I just love stickers. I think they're so fun. And the challenge was also something that really motivated me because I had wanted to use the axle bar and I didn't have the chance to really use it all that much because I was a little self-conscious about using it. And because the challenge was based on using the axle bar, like it got me out of my comfort zone. And so I felt really good using it. And towards the end of the month, I got my sticker. It's on my water bottle right here. Like
I
I just
love
love
it.
it. And I think because January went so well, I wanted it to continue. And the
Mm.
other thing that motivated me was you have I forgot exactly what it was called, but it's the club that you're in if you go 144 times. I wanted to be
144
part of.
Club. Yeah, the committed club.
Yes, I
Yes.
want to be part of that too. And so I'm like, okay, so that means I need to go at least 12 times a month. So that's more than twice a week. So I need to go at least 3 times a week. And that's just been kind of my mentality of why I've been going more consistently. And I think once January came around and I got my sticker, I was feeling really good. And then February, I don't think there was a challenge for February, but I'm just going to keep going like I could, because at that point I was feeling really confident and Maggie was really pushing me to increase my weights and she was super supportive. And so it just really kept me going. And now we have the push-up challenge going on. And I feel like these challenges and the stickers are really what motivate me. It sounds so stupid, but that's what gets me going. And the fact that I am able to do more every single time I go to the gym, I'm able to push myself a little bit more, really makes me feel more proud of myself. And it
Sure.
makes me want to go more. And so it
For
helps me get
sure.
more confident. Yeah.
I love that. I have so many questions for you just hearing you talk. The first one is I love that you're taking advantage of all the resources that we have. Starting in January, like you said, you did the Strong Her 21-day challenge, which
Mhm.
required to using the axle bar for people that are listening in today. And they're like, what is the axle bar? So we do have free weights. You can kind of see in the background here, we have like the kettlebells, the slam balls, the dumbbells, but then there's a little miniature barbell and you have to be certified in order to take advantage of that, and it allows you to lift slightly heavier than utilizing like the dumbbells and kettlebells, which you did over the course of the 21 days. And
Yes.
clearly you did really well. Like you said, you receive your sticker, which is on your water bottle, but through that you then went on to advance to the next challenge that we had. So I
Mhm.
guess out of doing all these challenges and committing to the 3 times per week consistently, what has been your results thus far?
So I have lost a total of 25 pounds since October. My clothes feel so much better. And I had like this whole section of my closet that I could not access for the longest time, but I didn't want to get rid of those clothes because I love them. But now I can wear them. And so that feels amazing. I also had blood work done recently because I've always been like borderline pre diabetic. And that was also a motivating factor to get, my overall health in check. And so the blood work came back, and for once, my doctor was excited. Like, I wasn't
Yeah.
like ashamed or like embarrassed by anything. It was like, oh, wow, your numbers are looking good. And I'm like, yes. So it's all of these like little things of just being more confident, continuing with the weight loss and just being stronger. The fact that I can do a normal push up is so great to me because when I first started there, I would do like all the modifications on my knees and stuff like that. And then when January rolled around in February, I was like, okay, I can do a normal push-up, Jen. Like you can do it. Just keep trying. And so I did. And now, like today's the last day for the push-up challenge. I'm going to the class tonight to do the last one, and I will get that sticker too. So it's
I
all of
love
these
that.
little things that really just make me feel more confident and actually stronger. Like I will go up to my husband and be like, Ryan, touch this muscle. Like it's hard,
I love
like
that.
I'm stronger.
I love
And
that.
even with the push-up challenge, I went home like for the first day. I went home and I'm like, Ryan, you need to try this with me. So I would tell him like what we were doing in the gym and have him do those push-ups, but at home. And he gave up so quickly. And I'm like, like, but I can do it. You should be able to do it too. And he
For
was like,
sure.
no, Jen, I'm not doing it.
I love that. It's like you said, it's the little things. And I would like to consider that the compound effect is like small things compounding over time that makes a big impact. So here's my question for you. Now that you went from like modifying with push-ups to now doing like real push-ups, and
Mhm.
I saw in your bio that you said the next big goal that you want to pursue is perhaps doing a pull-up. And I love that. You're thinking, ahead like now I'm able to do this. What's my next big challenge?
Yeah.
So I ask you this because what would be for any advice that anyone that's listening in today, like what is it? It could be anything whatsoever. If it's from a existing member to maybe a potential prospect or member that's listening in, so what would be your advice for them?
I would say just don't be afraid to try. Like,
Mm,
try to push yourself to just increase your weight just a little bit. I remember when I was using the axle bar, I wanted to do, it was like a hang clean to do like a back squat. And I was able to do the back squat with Maggie putting like raising the axle bar for me because I couldn't
mm,
do the clean yet to bring it up. And
mm.
so I had talked to her about like how I can get better at that. And she had discussed just doing doing like small incremental weights. So I had these little baby weights that I added on the axle bar. And then slowly I was able to get to the point where I could do the clean to be able to do the weight that I can do for my squat. And so I think my advice would be to just not be afraid to try it. And, eventually, if you keep trying, like you said, all of these little things start to add up. And
Mhm.
then you reach that goal. You are able to reach that success that you are looking for. And even I think last week's warm up, there was a portion where we were hanging from the bar. It wasn't necessarily like a pull up, but it was like the
Scapular
scapula.
pull-ups.
Yeah,
Yeah,
scapular pull up. And I remember hanging there and actually doing it. And I was like, oh my God, this is so much easier now than it
I
was
love
the
that.
last time I had to do that. So it's having those little moments, those like little realizations of like, wow, I can actually do this. And
Yeah,
it's
for
just
sure.
amazing. So
I
I would
love
say
that.
just not, yeah, just not to be afraid to just try and to push yourself and to
100%.
use the instructors as well. Ask for all the help. And Maggie's been great giving me all the help. And so it's just been good.
I love that. So we're talking about all the good things, and I really want to get vulnerable for a minute because this journey isn't all about like uphill, right?
Yeah.
It's like a roller coaster. So if you could like share some of the not so good things, you talked about mental health and things like that, and how does that affect you coming into the gym? Like anything whatsoever, because I think people need to get clarity around like the good and the bad.
Yeah. So I've had some personal stuff happen recently where my mental health is really tanked. And there were some days where I almost couldn't even get out of bed. And
Mm,
so I remember there was one because I signed up to come to the class and I was like, I have to come to the class. I'm going to come to the class. And so I came to the class anyway. And I just remember doing the class, but also being on the verge of tears
mhm,
because I had so many other things going on. And so at the end of the class, I just remember because, I've done the workout and I'm feeling better physically, like that helped me get out some of the aggression that I have or some of like the depression that I have. And just, I was able to, just kind of let it out at the gym. And so
mhm,
I think for me, just going to the gym and being consistent with it, even if I don't mentally feel like going, it's super important for me. And right
mhm,
now, like the gym is my saving grace and
mhm.
it's really helping me through this period of my life where I am struggling mentally. And it's just nice to have that and to
I
be
love
able to
that.
go there. And there was
Thank
I
you.
did yeah, you guys are amazing.
Yeah.
There was one workout that I did where I actually ended up really like straightening my back. This was in April. It is April. It was towards the end of March, and I had really, I don't know if I pulled a muscle or I did something just wasn't right. And so I messaged through the app asking like, what can I do? Because I want to keep coming to the gym. Like this is my happy place. And
Mhm.
so Maggie gave me some stretches that I could do, and I just worked really hard to continue to stretch. And I feel like old Jen would have given up so quickly and would have been like, well, my back hurts. I guess I can't go to the gym anymore. But new Jen took a few days off and then I worked with the instructors to have the different modifications so that I'm not injuring myself while my back is also healing. And so that was also a setback, no pun intended. With the and that also could have been something that made me stop going to the gym. But because I still want to be consistent and really push myself, I am continuing to go despite the fact that my back was sore. And
Yeah.
now towards the end of the month, so at the beginning of the month, it really hurt. But now I'm doing okay again. So
I love that. Thank you for sharing that. I think that's really important to hear because we're humans at the end of the day. We're not like, we don't have this superpower like, oh, it's because, she was able to do this and that. But just hearing all the things that it's like your mindset shifted and your
mhm.
consistency shifted, your habits shifted. So I'm listing all these things. And I just want to ask you one last question. What has been the biggest thing that led to all of your success that you've been having recently inside of the gym?
I think it's a lot of encouragement and just the environment at LadyStrong Fitness in general. Like when you walk in and you see all of the different women in different sizes, different abilities, it really makes you feel better about being there. And it just, it's just a wonderful little community that you guys have built with this business. And it's just great. And just having, there's sometimes like we joke around and, we like have some laughs and everybody's just so encouraging. It's just that's what keeps me going. It's just all the encouragement from the instructors and from the other people that are coming to the gym. It really helps. And so I think overall with Lady Strong Fitness, it's just the environment that, promotes positivity and being able to push yourself without any sort of like being self-conscious. Like
Sure.
everybody's there, everybody's at a different stage, everybody can do different things, and being able to see all the women that can do these different things at different levels is pretty inspiring, and that also helps me continue to go.
And by the way, we failed to mention, I mean, you're a working mom, correct me if
Mhm.
I'm wrong, with two
Yes.
kids and
Yes.
full-time job. So it's
Yes.
like, it isn't like you have all this extra time, but you're still managing to find the time to invest in yourself. So that
Yeah.
speaks volumes in itself. So thank you
Yeah.
for just, giving 110% every single time. And that's a testament to your results. So with that being said, I just want to finish with any other piece of advice that you have for anybody that's tuning in today. What would that be?
I would just say if you are telling yourself that you can't do it, just do it anyway and you might surprise yourself. And that's where
Mm,
I'm at right now.
I love that. That's so awesome. Jen, thank you so much for taking the time out of your schedule today. Ladies, thank you so much for tuning in of another episode of Women Behind the Weights. Have an amazing day, and we'll catch you in the next episode. Take care, guys. Bye.
Thank you for tuning in to the Women Behind the Weights podcast. We hope you found inspiration and valuable insights from today's episode. If you enjoyed the conversation, please take a moment to subscribe, rate, and leave a review. Your support helps us reach more women like you. Don't forget to connect with us on social media for behind-the-scenes content and to join our growing community. Remember, we're all in this together, and every step you take brings you closer to your goals. Until next time, keep lifting those weights and your voices. You've got this.